ride then.
Huh?
You came first, it's your ride then.
So I'll get right that? Okay.
I came after 12.
Thanks, man. Thank you. All right. Ladies, gentlemen, and kids, thanks to Del Amo Motorsport here in Orange County. Today, I will be riding the 2017 Honda CBR600 RR. I really anticipated riding this bike. For my displeasure and for your pleasure, I'll be riding a sport bike today. This is one of the most iconic sport bikes ever. And then while we're waiting right now, ergonomics check. I'm 6'3", 200 to 220 pounds with a 32-inch inseam. Of course, flat foot, but my neck will hate me for this. First impressions, I like the simple gauges around here. Although, one thing I noticed, it doesn't have a gear shift indicator. Just to let you guys know that this wasn't my first ever ride on the 600 RR. In fact, I've ridden a 2008 version of this bike. That was a surreal experience. That was, I think, the first motorcycle that I've ridden outside the MSF class. Alrighty. Whoa. It feels light. Oh my gosh. And it feels roomier than the R1. It has the same characteristics as the 2008 model. Rear brakes, very tactile, very direct, easy. Stupid easy. Many sport bike fans see the CBR as the most balanced sport bike in the market. Too bad the 2017 is its last year of its lineup. I feel very comfortable. It's as roomy as the S1000 RR. The rear brakes is a little spongy but easy to modulate. It's hard to gauge with this bike because it doesn't have a gear shift indicator, but easy to put it to neutral. So he has these clip-ons, adjustable shocks, everything. Traditional 600cc signature Honda sport bike engine. The mirrors, although looks out of place with this bike, delivers a very good visibility. One thing I noticed too while I'm riding is that its throttle mapping is a little bit too grabby. It has that jerky feel. Even though this is not my particular type of motorcycle, sport bikes, this bike is so easy to ride. It's so balanced and roomy. It's not like a over-aggressive R1 that I ridden a few months ago. Of course, the video of that went kaput after 5 seconds or something. The front brakes has a distinctive amount of play, but it's very direct. Damn it, I always keep stalling this bike. I think the clutch, the gear lever is a little bit hard to modulate. I keep stalling this bike. Okay, I'm just following this guy in the 500R. It's a very enjoyable bike to ride, but for my style of riding, I'm still not used to it. It handles bumps really good right now. Looks like the pace around here is pretty fast. It feels light, it feels easy, despite of its aggressive riding stance that I'm not used to. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! This bike is a little too much for me. See, right now, my hands are a little bit cramped right now. I think we left the other group away. gonna go. There goes Slingshot. I don't know how many speeds this bike has. I'm just gonna put it in the screen, whatever. The brakes are very easy to modulate. Very easy, very light. It transitions very quick. The center of gravity of this bike is really down low. This is not my type of bike, really. The gear selector is a little bit notchy. You have to manhandle it a bit. And the gear lever, it has just the right spring resistance. See, the throttle is too jerky for my liking. I can't modulate it properly. It's like I'm riding an FZ09. See, the bite comes around in the middle. See? But this engine sounds nice though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 gears. Okay, there you go. 6 gears. Just what I expected on an iconic sport bike. 6 gears. Too bad that this bike got phased out. And despite its huge popularity, they phased this bike out because of emissions. Stupid emissions. It's easy to really do a quick upshifts. It's just right now, because of my seating position, my hands are getting to be a little bit tired already, and my neck is kind of bothering me now. Yeah, it takes getting used to accelerating on this bike. See, it's very tricky. The clutch lever engages almost all the way to the end, so you better be careful. That's why I stalled this bike 3 times already. Oh, nice hammy. And it soaks these bumps very well. It's only up to the owner if you want to make it even more aggressive or whatsoever. But for what it is, I like it. Delivers acceleration as what you expect on a sport bike like this. See? You can see everything about this bike. Oh, look at this. It's so light. Look at this. I can shuffle it like nothing. Actually, other than the clutch engagement, it doesn't really this bike doesn't surprise you too much, especially if you've been riding this type of motorcycle for such a long time. I'm not that used to riding a sport bike like this, so yeah, bag on me on it. This is not a safe bike to ride for a newbie like me. Whoops, debris. This is not a safe bike to ride every day. This bike will put you into trouble, just like the Gixxers. And my neck is bothering me right now. But it's very roomy though. It's like I'm riding a BMW S1000 RR and not a R1. First, if you're a sport bike rider, this will be very comfortable for you. For me, I don't know. It just feels like the right size for a sport bike. Not too obnoxiously big like a Hayabusa, or ultra tiny like a R1. Very fast. Screaming of an engine. Screaming of an engine. Very easy to turn also. Yeah, it took me a while to get used to this bike. See, it's easy to rev match now. Earlier, I've been applying too much throttle to do the rev matching. Yeah, it takes getting used to the clutch. That's my only gripe with this thing, with this bike. This awesome bike, actually. Basically, I can't find anything bad on this bike. It's just me. I'm just a sucky rider in general. Yeah, just blame me. This bike outperforms me at some point. It's just I'm not that much of an experienced rider. So right now we're back at Del Amo Motorsports here in Orange County in Santa Ana. All right. Neutral. Off. Off. The kickstand is kind of tricky. You gotta really look down for you to find it. Oh, that was a workout. Here you go. This is the last model year CBR600RR. It has those twin lights. I think these two turns on at the same time. And there's this Tokiko brakes. Good performing brakes. And this, look at this design. Ultra aggressive. The exhaust is right there. You just have to take off this for the tail tidy and everything. Ultra aggressive bike. See, typical Honda, simple, no BS. But this mirrors looks out of place. Of course, the red Honda badge. That means it's one of those premier models of the Honda motorcycles. The VFR 1200 has this badge, the Africa Twin, and the Goldwing. And it comes with some aftermarket sliders over there.
One thing I forgot to point out on the CBR is that I did mention about the vibrations, but I was surprised there's minimal to none. It's just my hands is just like that most of the time. So no vibrations on the handlebar, no vibrations on here, not even on the foot pegs either. So I'm pretty glad on that. I forgot to mention that earlier. Still, this mirror looks out of place. Alrighty.
I should say it's 2 thumbs up. For me, I just suck. See you guys later. Peace out.